Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of a few videos in one. I'm combining a few different elements here, so I'm going to be doing a mini haul right now, showing you a few new items that I got in. I'm then going to be showing you the items in action over the next kind of week or so, styling them up and just kind of showing you how I'm enjoying and wearing them. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions of my thoughts of these items. Thought it might be fun just to combine these elements because I always get so many requests to do first impressions and reviews pretty much as soon as I get an item, so I thought I'd show you kind of my first initial outings and how I'm enjoying them. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. This video is kindly being sponsored by MyTheresa, who you guys will probably know I've worked with many times before. They are my go-to place for all things luxury. I always feel like it is genuinely the best shopping experience in terms of just truly luxurious from like beginning to end. Like the packaging is beautiful, as you'll see in a second, customer service is great, and the items are always just so gorgeous and lust-worthy, and everything that I'm featuring here today is available from mytheresa.com, so I will include links to everything in the description section if you did want to check anything out. Okay, so here is the beautiful packaging. They have these beautiful pops of color with their yellow boxes, MyTheresa on the front there, and inside, so I have 3 items in total. So first up is this little Valentino box, and inside is a belt, and I'm a huge fan of Valentino belts. I'm a huge fan of everything Valentino, to be honest, but I love their belts and I think they're so beautiful. I do have 2 at the moment, and they're both a wider style, and I really wanted another thinner one. If you guys have followed my fashion videos, you will know that I wear my thin Saint Laurent belt to death. I literally wear it all the time, so I wanted something that had that similar kind of look, and I saw this. It's been on my wish list for a little while, and I finally decided to go for it, and I am very, very excited about it. So this is the one, and this is with their kind of V logo, which is their kind of newer logo. Well, I guess it's not that new now, but it's definitely a bit newer than their Rockstar line. And on one side you have their beautiful kind of white. It's not like a pure white, I'd say it's like kind of an ivory. It's definitely white, but it's not like a kind of stark, overly clinical white. And then on the other side it is a nude color, so a really, really nice option. Always love it when belts have that kind of dual colorway. Just means that you're getting more bang for your buck, and I am just super excited about this. I love the logo and the fact that it is a bit smaller. You know, it is very kind of distinctly Valentino, but at the same time it's not like super in your face like some of the big ones can be. So really excited about it. Cannot wait to start wearing and styling this one up. Next up are a pair of sneakers, and these are from Goose, and I mentioned it, I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, that I was looking at buying a pair. I did actually order 2 pairs. They're pure styles and they're super styles, if those are the right style names, but unfortunately I didn't realize you had to size down, and they were way too big. I took my normal size in sneakers, which was a 38 European and a 5 UK. Both were way too big, so I tried to size down, but they were sold out. And then I came across these on the MyTheresa site, and they are kind of just what I wanted in terms of the style. So I did go for like the dirty ones, which I know is a controversial shoe choice, and I was debating which ones to go for, whether to go for the pure styles, which are the more kind of pure white option. But I do have a few other kind of solely white sneakers. I thought these were a bit different, and I also kind of wanted to push myself to get a little bit more out of my comfort zone. So you do have a little booklet right here with the very fancy gold stamping, and then you have a dust bag with a zip, which I've actually never seen before, so that's a little bit different. And then the shoes. I showed my mum what I ordered, and she was like, "Why are you buying dirty shoes, Amy?" And I was like, I know, it's difficult to explain, but here they are. So I went for these really lovely kind of white with the black star ones. I love the fact the star does kind of pop a little bit. I saw a few different options like this, including some with like a snakeskin back, but I really wanted like the plain leather, and these do have the distressing all over. Never had anything like this before, and I feel like I'm always like quite old when I look at these things, because I just like, it's not a natural thing for me to be like, oh, I get why these would cost like a load of money, but so many of you raved about these, and they weren't just like, oh yeah, they're nice sneakers. Like, I had so many people message me and say, not only do I think they're great, but I own like 8 different pairs now. Like, it was that glowing. So I'm excited to give them a go. I do really love the look of them. I'm kind of surprising myself, but I think they look really cool. I'm gonna be interested to see what the comfort is like, because I had a lot of people say they are like ridiculously comfortable, so fingers crossed. But yeah, really excited about these, and I'm going to challenge myself to style these up. And then finally, I do have a new bag here. This is from Fendi, as you can probably see, and I am so excited about this. I always love Fendi items so much. They're always so beautifully made, and they feel kind of trendy, but with a very classic element, and I thought that was absolutely true of this style. How stunning is that? So this one comes in a few different colors, including black. I wanted this really beautiful kind of rich brown color. I thought this would be perfect for autumn winter. Also very wearable during summer as well, but I just loved the color and thought it was going to be so lovely with kind of warm knits and scarves, and I'm already getting excited about autumn. It's been so warm here, so I have very much been looking forward to kind of the cooler weather, but I thought this was so gorgeous. Very simple. The leather feels beautifully smooth and soft and supple, and then it just kind of opens up like so there's no magnetic closure on this, so it's just kind of very easy access. And then have like the Fendi card right there, and then on the inside it is just kind of really plain, so there are no pockets or anything. Like, it's really minimal. Kind of reminds me of like those old school Italian bags, which I guess this kind of is, but really minimal in its design. Just really a focus on the kind of beautiful leather and the hardware as well. The strap is adjustable. I'm just super excited about this, so cannot wait to start wearing this. I think it is so beautiful, and oh, just such a lovely quality bag. Alright, so these are my Golden Goose sneakers. I just teamed it with a simple oversized white tee, and then my Spanx leggings. I've got to say, I do really love the look of them. I'm so glad I went for the black accent ones. I just think they pop a little bit. I do really like the plain ones as well, but I kind of wanted to just go all in on this style, and I love the way they look, especially with the Spanx leggings. I actually think they look really cool because they do have like that little bit of edge about them. So I went down a size and they fit great, really comfy. I am really happy with the way they look. Fairly easy to style as well, I think. I will, just before I head out, show you kind of more winter option, just with like maybe a camel coat and a black sweater, because I think that would also work as well. So I do think this option really works as well, just kind of more casual on the base layers. So again, just the same leggings, little sweater, and then camel coat on top, but then kind of dressing it down with the Golden Goose sneakers. I do think like these particularly work well with black because it just picks up the accent, so I do really like that. All right, so just about to head out. I'm just gonna go run some errands, so a really casual outfit, but first outing with the sneakers. I always try and pick an outing where I know it's going to be fairly short, just in case they hurt. I'm sure they won't, but I like to be safe rather than sorry. Just wearing kind of basically the same outfit as the Spanx leggings outfit, just not as fancy. These are just kind of regular leggings. Again, simple white tee, and then I have my Golden Goose sneakers. So yeah, hopefully they will be comfortable. I will report back. All right, so just came back, and of course for the first outing out it was raining, so they had to withstand the rain as well. I think though they're absolutely fine. I wasn't out in the rain for a really long time or anything, but yeah, so I guess the dirty aspect really does kind of help because I wasn't really worried. Obviously a little bit of creasing now because, you know, they're worn. I kind of bend my feet as you do when you walk. But yeah, so far so good. Really comfy, no issues. I do have a blister at the moment, and the blister was totally fine. I have it kind of bandaged up a little bit, so all good. Very comfy, and yeah, kind of loving them. All right, so doing a bit of a double outfit whammy today. I have my Fendi bag and my Valentino belt as well. Just heading out to the movies and then going for some dinner as well. So I have just a white cami here to kind of match it with a Valentino belt. And I try to keep the tones all quite neutral. So I just have this kind of light camel colored pleated skirt just to match, well not really match, but hopefully complement the Fendi bag. And then just kept my shoes super neutral. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a go. I'm not entirely sure what this strap situation is for, so if you know, please let me know, but otherwise I am going to do some research later because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to tuck it in or leave it there, so yeah, but outfit of the day, and we'll see how this bag and the belt does.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, miss you.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick outfit update with my belt. We have some friends coming around somewhat unexpectedly for dinner. It's like a very last minute thing, so I wanted to change into something that wasn't leggings, and this is just a go-to outfit for me. Both the overall kind of concept, but also like this exact outfit. I've worn it on numerous occasions, so my outfit formula is always the same, just a pleated skirt and a cami, and then if I want to make it just a bit fancier, a belt to cinch it in. Usually the pleated skirts are very inexpensive, as this one is. My camis are a little bit more, but you can obviously get very affordable camis. I always think the look is just kind of pulled together with a nice belt. So this one I have on the kind of reversible side, the nude, just to show you guys. I'm planning on wearing it with the white, so I am going to switch around, but I just wanted to show you the nude. So this one isn't color matched, so you can just kind of take it off if you want to, but obviously if you wear it a lot on the white side, this is going to stick out a bit. So it just kind of depends on your preference, but I am going to flip it around now. All right, so this is it on the white side, and I just love the kind of combination of the gold and the white. I just think it looks so kind of sharp and classic, and again, just so easy to dress up, otherwise a really inexpensive outfit, and it just feels really pulled together without too much effort. So it feels a bit better than just the leggings that I was wearing, and it took me like 2 seconds. So I thought I would do my first impressions now. I've been using these items for a couple of weeks now and just kind of generally update you on how I'm getting along and liking them. So first up, my Valentino belt, and I would say that this one is probably the safest bet out of everything, just because there's not too much that can go wrong with a belt unless you're unsure of the color, the sizing, or otherwise the width. For me, that wasn't really a concern with this one because I very much got it off the back of the success of my Saint Laurent belt, which is a very similar look. So I knew that the width and the color would work for me. I've not actually used it with the nude colorway yet, so I've only been using it with the cream beige, but I hope to do the nude one soon. I do really like the reversible nature though. I just think it's so much better value for money and just gives you so many more styling options. That said, the cream one has been plenty enough for me to kind of style and have fun with. I love the little V logo. I think it's just the perfect balance of having that kind of luxury logo element there, but without being like super in your face. So I have really been loving that. The belt is a little bit thinner than my Saint Laurent one in terms of the leather, so it's slightly more lightweight. I did find that it had a slightly kind of higher tendency to shift a little bit, not to any bad degree at all. I have heard some people question if my belts completely move, and I've never had that issue with my Saint Laurent one at all. This one shifted slightly, but I'm talking like very minimal, so not really an issue for me. And because it is so lightweight, it genuinely feels like you're not wearing anything. So it's very kind of carefree to wear. Like, I forgot that I had it on. I just love that little extra detailing it gave to my outfit. Really minimal, and yeah, I've just been really liking it. So I'll keep you guys updated on wear and tear, obviously. Well, I would hope that it wouldn't show wear and tear just from these couple of times, but yeah, definitely been liking it so far. Now for my Golden Goose sneakers. I've actually been like really pleasantly surprised by how excited I've been about these, and when I was wearing them, I just kind of felt like, and this is going to be ridiculous, but kind of edgy, and I just really like them. I know people are probably like rolling their eyes going, Amy, they've been around for ages, there's nothing kind of new and edgy about them, but they're edgy for me and my style. Like, this is so far out of my comfort zone, and I really do like them. I'm so pleased I went for the black star ones. I do wear a lot of black, so I think that's really helpful in terms of me pairing things, because I just like the kind of accent color and how it just kind of mirrors what I already wear. It just makes it so much easier to incorporate into my daily outfits. The kind of dirty element does require a little bit of getting used to, and literally Dan and my mum are like, I just don't get it. Why would you get dirty sneakers? I was like, It's difficult to explain, but the first time I wore these, I got caught in the rain and I didn't really worry about them. And I did it kind of once over, but it's impossible to tell if they were actually kind of more dirty because of their overall look. So I do kind of understand the really like carefree nature of them. Again, we're really pleasantly surprised with how easy they've been to pair. I've been having a lot of fun with them and they are very, very comfortable as well. So very happy with the comfort level, no breaking in required. I think I mentioned I had a blister on one of my feet as well and no issues, like didn't hurt me, just so great. So yeah, I guess time will tell if I'm able to kind of incorporate these on a regular basis into my outfits, my wardrobe, but I'm super happy with them so far, really, really pleased. I'm really just kind of a different addition to my wardrobe that I've just been having so much fun with. And then finally, my Fendi bag. I have a lot of thoughts on this. I've really been enjoying it and I just think it's so beautiful, but there are a kind of few little niggles as well, but overall it has been positive. First up, the look. I love the way it looks. For me, this is very much in the realm of those kind of bags that you see in street style shots, which are kind of very minimal and usually only practical for like a fashion show or something like that. Whereas this, because it's a little bit bigger, it is actually practical for day-to-day life, but you still have that really minimal, beautiful shoulder bag look. Like, I love it. It is so gorgeous. I'm really happy I went with the colorway, this beautiful, rich kind of cognac brown. The gold hardware is a lovely addition as well. And then you have that beautiful Fendi logo also. And yeah, I just love the look of it. Like, I don't think I can fault like how it looks. The functionality, it takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of there being no clasp. So it very much just kind of folds down, which I actually do really like because I'm not one to always like faff about with loads of buckles and buttons and things like that. But if you're like extra concerned about security, I would say this probably isn't the one because again, it's fairly easy to get in and out of. Me, I've never really been too concerned about it. You know, I used to live in London. Now I don't live in a city, but I did go out in the city and it was absolutely fine. Like, I just didn't have any concerns, but that's obviously going to depend on kind of where you live and where you go, that sort of thing. So that will probably be a love it or hate it thing. The Fendi kind of, I wouldn't say it's a buckle, but like the logo does have some weight to it. So that is what kind of keeps it folded down, if that makes sense. And then the inside is just nice and raw and easy to access. You know, there aren't any zip pockets or, you know, any compartments at all. But because of that, it was actually really easy just to grab my items. So for me, it was actually surprisingly usable. And I do just love the way it looks and how effortless it felt to wear. That said, my kind of one little niggle about it was that I don't always feel like it kind of lies completely flat. And I don't know if that's going to be a good example because I feel like it is lying flat, but I had to make sure that when I closed it, I guess because there is no like buckle or button closure, it didn't automatically snap into place. So sometimes I just kind of flop it down and then it would be a bit crooked. So when I placed it down, I did just have to do like a little check to make sure that it was lined up. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it is lined up now, so I do feel like that probably is the starting point for it, but that is something that I'm gonna kind of keep in mind as I use it because I wouldn't want to accidentally be placing it incorrectly and then the bag mold that way, because it does feel like it could be a little bit malleable in terms of its structure. Another thing that I actually really loved was how much it kind of stayed upright. I was kind of expecting it maybe to slouch or slide down, and even though it's not a flat bottom, it just kind of is quite perky and it sits up very, very straight. So I just kind of had it on a chair and it just sat there and it just stayed there, which I really, really liked. You know, I didn't have to worry about dirtying the back and laying it down. It just was very perky, stood there, and it was just kind of great. So far, I've really been liking it. Cannot get enough of the look. I think it's so beautiful, such a beautifully made bag as well. And yeah, so far so good, but I will keep you guys updated on that kind of structural issue and if I have any more concerns about how it kind of lays and how it wears. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, I will leave links to everything I featured in the description section. If you have any questions or comments for me, then leave them for me down below, especially if there was anything particular you wanted to know about any of these items. Always happy to do an update further on down the line. If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.